Hey guys, this is Jacques from Akulu Linux. Welcome to another video. I'm sure you hear the wind howling. We've got a storm coming. Nothing I can do about the background noise, so ignore it if you hear it. Anyway, we're working on a new web browser, AI web browser. It's early stages, so there's no text here yet. There's going to be tabs and so forth. So it's going to be a full on web browser, right? And it's going to have a box at the bottom where you basically type whatever you want to search. So you can type your anti aging Senolytics News 20 News Human Trials and Status 2025. So I want to search that, right? So let's see. I hit enter. You see there the agent processes my request. It's searching the web for information, gathers information, then it creates a summary, and you're going to see the results come here. So it says here it's another human trials and status 2025. There it gives you an overview of the status of the whole thing, key trials and findings, and then current landscape, challenges in the future, long-term effects, not fully understood, da 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 da. Right. So and then it generates images on the left. So it gives you your breakdown of whatever you searched on the right, and it puts images on the left. I've started working on some extra features. For example, I can right click and say explain this page, or I can right click something and explain that. For example, if I want to explain what is that, I can just select that text and I can say explain this text. The AI will then generate a detailed explanation. So that takes a few seconds. There we go. There we go. It breaks it down, gives you a detailed explanation in the right pane over there. You can also right click and explain this page, and that would then do the same thing, but for the whole page, not just the selected text. So I'm adding new features a little bit by little bit. As you can see, there's quite a nice detailed explanation. I'm also going to add the ability to summarize and save to a file, you know. Uh, yeah, so things like that. But at the end of the day, it's an AI browser. So it finds the details for you, it scrapes the internet for information on whatever you asked, and then gives you a nice little rundown summary so you don't have to go search 20,000 pages to find whatever you're looking for, and it generates images to match the description. So it's a pretty little browser, right? It's still early stages. So I've put a little zoom thing in there for people that can't really see very well. They can always zoom the results bigger. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's kind of work in progress. So far, I have it working. I can search. I can generate text from the search results, meaning I can ask questions, follow up questions. It has history. It supports history as well, so you can actually have a conversation on the results, and it generates images. So next, I've got to put in tab support, and then obviously with tabs comes the fact that you want the AI to remember what's in that tab. So then each tab gets its own history, its own ID. So that's next to implement. I'll also be implementing the summarize and save this page, which then creates a document in your documents folder. It will create a document and save whatever summarizes in there. Oh, we have this search more on this topic. So you can select text and you can search more on this topic. Now it searches specifically that. See, that becomes the new search results. And look there, the AI actually goes into more detail. Like I just selected that, but it adds more context to the search results. As you can see there, look at that. Wow, that's nice. That's really nice. Alzheimer's disease, safety limitations, bone health, general senolytics effects. So yeah. Anyway, so that's our little AI web browser. This is eventually when I'm done with it, maybe in a few weeks' time. This is definitely going into the new Max build. This is probably going to be the default browser, which means there'll still be the Google browser and the Edge browser. I mean, the Chromium browser and the Edge browser. I'll keep those in the distro. But by default, when users open a browser, this is going to open. Okay, so because everything's AI now, you know, it's like you want to search something, you just want information, right? Most of the time, you just want information. If you want to search social sites and browse Facebook and stuff, use a default browser. It is there. But if you just want information, boom, this is quick and easy. You don't have to browse 100 pages. Anyway, so I know that ChatGPT is working on Atlas, and Google has the whole Gemini thing going, and you've got all these external guys doing their own sort of versions of web browsers. The problem is they sell everything. Everything costs. Everything's limited. 5 prompts, and you got to pay. Blah blah blah. No, we don't want that. We want our users to be able to just use everything free, unlimited. And on top of that, we don't gather any information. Nothing is saved server side. In fact, we don't even have the capability to save things server side. This is all saved. Whatever is saved on the user's PC. We don't gather information. There's no cookies being collected. There's no data being collected. No search results being collected. So yeah, I think this is a much better option. Might not be as pretty as the ChatGPT one. I don't know, but it's not bad looking and it's very effective. Anyway, so this is what I'm working on at the moment. This is a very early stage, very, very early stages. Wait a few weeks, this thing's going to be very pretty and very productive. Anyway, this is going into the new Max build coming in maybe a month or so. It might make its way into Windows earlier than that, though. I don't know. But a new Makulu Linux AI web browser in the works. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to leave a comment below, suggestions, questions, whatever. Also, the new Max build, early experimental build is going out to Patreon guys this week. So we're going to be sending a new build to them to play with, the new Max build, in the next few days, and this will be in there because this is an experimental browser. I'm going to try and get it into a working version so I can put it into that ISO for the guys to play with. So if you do want access to this, join our Patreon membership. There's lots and lots of goodies in our ISOs, which I send at least once or twice a month to those guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Working late in the light of our Makulu screen, customizing themes that are oh so clean. A system stable with a heart of open source. Makulu's whispers guide me, no need to force. LibreOffice scribing through, no end, no cap. With every app I need, it's a creative sap. In the glow, in the flow, Makulu's insight show. AI core, open door, guiding as I go. The comfort of the code so bright in the screen's soft light. Makulu harmony in tech's endless flight. Smooth like the river, Makulu runs deep. Updates that deliver, promises to keep. Boot it up, feel the pulse, Makulu's beat so serene. With every line of code, it's like living the dream. AI's mind like the stars guides us through the night. Makulu's here, and everything just feels so right. In the grip of Makulu we find our pace, sailing through cyberspace with elegance and grace.